Hey, everybody.
Hi. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. I can't even.
I
I can't
know.
even right now.
Why you got me on here like this? I'm so intoxicated.
I'm not, because we had this conversation and
Neither one of us are responsible right now. Thank God we're not driving.
exactly. But nonetheless, that's gonna make this live just even more special, even better because we've been gone. I especially have been gone.
My cup is leaking. Hold on 1 second.
Not her cup is. See, we're already having. It's not even technical difficulties. It's real life difficulties, and we're not even a minute in.
Difficulty.
I guess I'll let you get that off, but that should just show you guys where we're about to take things this evening.
Listen, I got a whole nother cup. I stuck my cup inside of a cup. Hey, Chef Don, how are you? Just make sure when you're looking for them awards next year, you hit your girls up.
Right here. Right there.
Old grandma today, but it's okay.
Stop it. But yes, like I've missed being up here. I'm glad we are back. I hope you guys missed us because we definitely missed you, me especially.
I had everybody praying for you.
I know, and that's why I just need to like come on here and say I don't know who's in the chat, but they'll see it on the replay. I am just so grateful for everybody who reached out to me, and of course my sis right here for even just speaking on the matter, because she didn't have to do that or anything like that. I just am so grateful for everybody who reached out, and I just appreciate you guys so much for checking on your girl. That definitely made things a little bit more bearable. I will say that.
Baby, I am really sitting up here looking like a soccer mom today, baby.
I'm over here extending my thanks, and you.
I'm sorry.
And you're getting your soccer mom. I can't. But no, I'm just so grateful for those that of you that I met.
Listen, you know what we talked about before I got on here, so I gotta keep the spirits. I gotta keep the spirits up. You know.
Okay. I don't. We talked about a lot of stuff. I can't.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give you a hint. Haters gonna hate. Oh, I want to be included in. Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, that ain't got nothing to do. Anyway,
you know where we're going with that. Anyway, let's see who we got in the building.
Yes.
Hey, Lord Karma, how are you? You're still going to the women's prison. Oh no, this is not night court. Anyway, hey, Lord Karma. Hey, Scorpion 15. Hey, Dornia Lee, how are you? Hey, our good sis, California cutie.
Hey, sis.
Don once again. Hey, Shirley.
Chef. Hey,
how
Shirley.
Are you? Hey, Kimmy Nicole.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Kimmy. Wait, Kimmy Nicole. Was that you that followed me on Twitter? Or not Twitter, TikTok? I hope that was you. Because I was like, oh my God, they literally have the same name.
Yes, because we've been sharing your TikToks because you don't go live on TikTok like I told you you should. Being that you
I haven't gone live on anything, to be honest. I have not been live on anything in my own defense, but your girl is back. So I'll go live. I can now.
You been can.
That's actually true. That's actually true. I think I have the biggest following on there, so hopefully, I don't know, maybe that'll get monetized probably before this one. Fingers crossed.
I'm not going to
speaking it into existence.
I told you. Thank you, California cutie, our good sis, for the super chat. Welcome back, ladies. Don't be gone that long again, girl. We won't, but circumstances, in the time of
life be lifing. Life be life.
Time of bereavement, girl. We get bereavement days over here. This is not like the regular job. You get your allotted amount of bereavement days. However,
I mean, there was literally at the tail end of 2 back-to-back just leisure trips. if no one knows what's going on, like I had family matters going on, but I also went on like 2 back-to-back trips that were already like paid for a long time ago. So when I say I've been gone, I have literally been gone. I miss my bed so much. Like and y'all let us know in the chat, like when you're grateful to be on vacation, but at the same time you miss your bed. Like, is that just me? Like, I don't know. I wish I could just bring my bed on my back and just bring my bed wherever.
It's not just you. Hey,
or bring the whole house.
Like, y'all, I literally messaged her while she was gone, and I know she was with her family, so I probably shouldn't have messaged her today. But I like literally sent her pictures of us, and I'm like, me and you us never part. I miss you. When are you coming back? You're taking too long.
When I tell you we talk every day or every other day or whatever, and like I was not able to break away from what I was dealing with to, talk on our usual schedule. It was hard. It was felt. But we're back. So we're not.
Let me pull out my portion. It was so hard without you.
You got that street that's behind you. Just turn around and walk down. Turn around and walk down it, because I can't. I can't and I won't, because I already told you before we got up here that I'm not. Anyway, moving on.
So what do you have for us for the icebreaker this week?
Okay. So I got a couple. I'm gonna just put it up here. I'm not even gonna say anything. I got a couple.
Just put it up here. Spring it on me.
Boom. Straight like that. One must go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I have my answer, but I'm gonna let you go first.
Girl, Chipotle. I don't eat that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, when I look at, first of all, I frequent Chick-fil-A really frequently because
that's not even an option for real. Like,
they got their macaroni and cheese recipe from an old black lady, and I don't care what nobody says.
I agree.
The macaroni be too cheesy and too creamy, so they absolutely cannot go nowhere.
I can agree to that.
And out of the rest of them, because none of the rest that I frequent that often. So I'm gonna say Starbucks, because I visit that one the most out of the rest of them that's on here. In Chipotle, I literally had once in my life, and the one time I had it, I did not like it, and so it can go for me.
So if you had to say 1, 2, 3, 4, like what would you rank them?
Chick-fil-A number 1, Starbucks number 2, Subway number 3. Because when I get their tuna, tuna on that Italian bread with the seasoning on the bread, and I get my banana peppers and stuff on it. So, like, I got a whole way I eat that and the meatball sub. And Chipotle, I just have no interest for Chipotle at all.
Okay, so for me, Subway can go. Like, I just can't do it. And that's, I don't know, mostly maybe if I knew that the ones I've been to in the past, like the woman who does like my natural hair, her friend is like a health inspector, and like she just told me a whole bunch of stuff about this Subway that's like closest to my house, and I'm just like, ugh. But I think it also for me has to do with where I grew up and stuff, and being from New Jersey and whatever. We have a lot of delis, we have a lot of like bodegas and corner stores that make sandwiches and stuff like that. So when I think of getting a sub, like when I tell you I love a sub, like the last week I was home, you want to ask me how many subs I ate? Like, I don't even want to say because I'd be embarrassed. But anyway, I love a sandwich. No, I wouldn't say that. So that Subway can go. And I also don't eat Chipotle like at all. So, but I don't want to say that because I feel like maybe one day my palate will change, because I know it's good, I just don't like it.
I don't like it. I had it. They bought it to me. Remember when I was in the hospital and I had my stroke? My mom and them bought me Chipotle, and I was like, I don't want. I ate it.
Like I've never eaten it.
I ate it because it was better than the hospital food, but it wasn't good. Maybe I should try it when I'm not in a hospital.
That could have something to do with it.
You know, it could because at the time, like that's not the taste that I wanted or had in my mouth, so I wasn't liking it.
Like I don't really, I don't. I've never eaten it. I don't really eat Mexican food like that. So
I need Sunshine to tell me why she want to get rid of Chick-fil-A.
I mean, honestly though,
and cheese.
I love Chick-fil-A, but it's kind of like overrated. Chick-fil-A is overrated at this point, I feel like. So I'm not completely mad at that. Starbucks is just like not going anywhere for me. And that's mostly because of their cold drinks. I like Starbucks for their cold drinks more than their hot drinks because
you like Starbucks for Coke and Sprite?
No, not
you pay for their cold drinks.
You know, not the way that you use the phrase, just their cold beverages, like not hot coffee.
Oh, you mean actual cold drink?
Yeah, like temperature wise.
Oh, well, say something, baby.
But you know, I respect anybody's opinion, so we're just gonna have to agree to disagree on this one. It's okay.
All right, make sure y'all liking that video. What's the next icebreaker? Because I know you got something else for me besides food, girl. Oh, girl.
Okay.
Oh, that's a shame. I ain't gonna put it up there no more.
And now you got me showing my ugly fingertips.
I'm not doing this with
you. I'm not doing this with you.
Don't talk about me. Listen. Let me tell you, because I had to go. Me and the girls went go get our wires changed on our braces today, right? And so yesterday I had to go to the school to pay Mackenzie's budget for her 8th grade prom and things like that, Cake's budget. And when I went, like I really went, like I wasn't even thinking about it. So I had on my high waist jeans and my little, my little shirt with my little pants and then and my little shoes. And then when I got in the car, it was like, oh, your mama thick. Like they was telling her, like, your mama thick, your mama fine. We seeing your mama in the office. And she got in the car all with an attitude, like, mama, you came to my school today. I was like, yeah, girl, I was coming to pay your budget. You know what I'm saying? She was like, first of all, she got mad with me because she was like, well, you only had to pay $60. I was like, but that's just a down payment. I paid it. I paid the whole budget. She like, well, you only had to pay $60 though. I was like, but why would I pay $60 when I had the money to pay the whole thing? I might as well go ahead and pay the whole thing. Because what if something in, life be life, and what if something happened? Then I ain't got the money, you know what I'm saying, to pay for it. So I'm going to go ahead and pay for it now. Oh, okay, because you could have gave me the rest of the money because we going to look for my dress. Y'all pray for me. I got to go dress shopping with a teenager this weekend. Pray for me, right? So I'm like, all right, girl, whatever. But her budget is paid off, right? So, but her friend, and people passing in the hallway and stuff, they like your mom in the hallway, and the little boys and stuff were telling them, like, your mama fine, your mama got that ass. And I was like, I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh girl, I was just coming to pay your budget. I wasn't coming. You know what I'm saying? So today I had to go looking real mom, like, in a big t-shirt and a big sweatpants. So they don't be telling her, your mama got that ass. And our dentist appointments lasted longer than what it need to be. Of course, I literally walked in the house and logged in on the computer. So I didn't have time to do makeup or make myself not look like a mama. So y'all getting mama Nola today. And like
I've looked way better as well. Like this is not, but after getting dressed consecutively every day for the past like 3 weeks, I need to look bummy for like a couple days. I'm sick of getting dressed.
It's not even about that. It was just I had to go to the school today and not look like I know.
No, I get that, but I like to
like me.
I like to get dressed. Like I like to get dressed up, but some days you just want to not get dressed up. Like
she literally got in a call yesterday with an attitude. She was like, "Mom, you was at my school." I said, "Yeah, I came to pay your budget, girl. What's the issue? Like, what's the issue?"
I'm not ready for all that.
And she was like, "Cause them kids ain't seen." You got that ass on you. Mackenzie, your mama fine. She got that ass. Your mama thick. We didn't know your mama was thick like that. I was like, well, girl, you need to post me more often so they be used to it when they see it come to the school. Like,
I am
I can't
dying.
help these thighs. And when I tell y'all my thighs not bought, these thighs are New Orleans crawfish barrel, red beans on Monday. Okay, that's what it is. But go on, next icebreaker.
So that was Nola's day, y'all.
This not a BBL. It's a
That was
born and
Nola's day.
raised. I don't have a BBL. I have a born and raised.
Nah, me either. I gotta go to the gym next week. That's what I got. Anyway, so I had sent you this in your DM and you were like, yeah. So I don't know if y'all have seen this tweet or whatever. I got it from Hollywood.
Y'all drop in the
but
comments.
Let me know if you've seen this floating around.
Y'all drop in the comments and tell us how it worked for y'all.
I want to know
how it worked for us because we've actually.
And that's why I sent it to you, because we've literally been in this situation. I mean, I don't know if we spent this much, but
we wasn't really in this situation because none of this never came to mind. It was
like at all.
When the bill came, I was like, oh, okay, I put my card down. We went somewhere else. The bill came, you put your card down. And it was like, wait, what was the bill? Like, neither one of us even said what the bill was. It was like, I grabbed the bill. I was like, okay, here's the card, go pay it. And then you was like, what's the bill? And I was like, oh, it was this. And you was like, oh, okay, well, I just sent you some money on Cash App. I'm like, okay, never asked you when the Cash App was coming, just looked and it was there. Next,
I think that goes back to like how people are raised, though. I guess, you know, some people are just maybe raised differently to where like, or just have different ways of just doing that. And I mean, that's fine, but I just appreciate when I'm around someone else who we're here and we don't got to be weird. And it's not like, the bill, we carry the one dude. Like, I'm not doing all that. Like, I'm like, I try to have more than enough money when I go out to eat or do something to where it's not like I'm like, ooh, you owe me 12 cents. Like I honestly don't like going out with people and it's gonna be all like that weird.
But I think we kind of balanced. I think I ordered more in drinks and you ordered more in food.
Probably. Or is there some times where it was different? Because I mean, you know, and if y'all don't know, I don't really drink. I'm good for getting a mocktail. I'm always gonna get dessert. Like, so it'd be different, I think, if I didn't drink. That was so good. I can't wait. It would be different probably if I only ate like a little $5 thing and I just didn't have like a huge appetite or something. And then like you had a huge appetite and there was that big, like, I don't really feel like we'll ever have a problem where I'll spend $10 and you'll spend like $500. Like, I don't think there ever be anything to where we would need to do that. And I also wouldn't buy a whole bunch and then expect you to pay for it.
I think it make the difference in no restaurant we went to was a $10 restaurant. So there was never going to be anything that you ordered or I ordered that was going to be $10. But the thing about it is, outside of the crab claws, outside of the sauteed crab claws at Copeland's, okay? Like, listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now, that is an appetizer. It is technically enough for two. However, it was not enough for these two.
No,
and it's
not at
never
all.
going to be enough for me and somebody else. So I had to have my own set of sauteed crab claws. She had to have her own set of sauteed crab claws, right? Like, we each had to have our own of that. However, the other things, like, she always hit Bondi. Shout out to Bondi. That's our girl, Bondi Blue. We love you so much, Bondi. And Bondi is the whole reason Bondi and her website are the whole reason that this friendship is formed, that you guys are getting this today. She always hears Bondi talk about the jazzy tenders.
I needed to know what those were about.
I wanted the crawfish beignets. So, like, we each ordered our own sauteed crab claws.
And we share. Like, we share too.
No, we didn't share them crab claws, girl.
No. The tenders and the
jazzy tenders, and then I ordered the crawfish beignets. So we shared that. So that was an appetizer that we was willing to share. And so we shared that, and we each had our own entree and our own drinks. But when the bill came, it was just like nothing. I just gave him my card and was like, go ahead and pay. I didn't even look at the price. I was like, here you go. And that's what it was. And then she was like, well, how much I owe? I was like, oh, girl, I didn't even look at the price. We got to wait for them to come back. And then when they came back, I was like, oh, this was our bill, and this is what I'm leaving for the tip. And she was like, oh, okay, cool. But everything was like that, from the parking to the hotel to whatever. And then there was sometimes where it wasn't even a need to split anything. It was like, oh, I got this. And he was like, oh, I got this. Like, I just think when you an adult, girl, let's just split this bill, because I ain't got time to be sitting up here counting. You had a water, you had a spring salad, you like, just split the bill evenly amongst everybody. Now, if I just had water and I didn't eat, I'm not paying for your.
That's different. Yeah,
that's different.
Yes, and that and as a real friends, you would never put your friend in a weird position like that. And I don't know, I don't like when things get weird about money and stuff like that. And I just try to pay.
I feel you.
Whatever.
Favorite Liberian cayenne pepper.
I do.
Hey, princess, mother of the channel, outside of Mama's.
Hey,
she's my mother who birthed me. I gotta make that distinction clear, girl, because she had a time. She was feeling some type of. She was feeling some type of the way. Last time I said, "Hey, mother, the princess," she was like, "That ain't your mama."
That's literally my mom would literally say the same thing.
I'm like, that's something my mom would say. She was like, girl, well, I need you to. So, I got the girl. I'm making the distinguish. Princess, don't take it no type of way, girl. I got to make the distinguishment before she cut me out my inheritance.
You heard it there.
Kimberly Cole say, I'm the poor friend. Don't invite me if there aren't under $20 meals on the menu. So there were under $20 appetizers when we went.
There's certain things I'm always going to pay for or always going to fit in my budget.
No,
like, I think I'm just a fatty when it comes to like food. I just love food.
I don't want y'all to feel like I was trying to just get Barb to spend her money. Like when Barb was moving from one place to another place, she was moving cross country, y'all. Well, I'm just gonna say it. I ain't gonna get the specifics of. Let me just say this: she literally moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, right? Y'all try to figure it out.
It's like the 4th time in my life I've done that.
So when she stopped, she was like, "Hey, we're going to."
My husband.
New Orleans. Where can we go to eat? And I was like, "Listen, y'all can go here. Y'all go here. Y'all go here." Ultimately, they ended up going to Copeland. So when she messaged me, she was like, "Hey, I'm at Copeland's. What should I get?" I was like, "Girl, you gotta get the sauteed crab claws." So they got that. Next day, they came here to Houston. That's when my brother-in-law. Y'all know.
Speaking of splitting bills, speaking of
splitting bills, it's right on topic. So I told her, I was like, listen, because it was our first time meeting in person. I was like, listen, you and brother coming through, I'm gonna take y'all to eat. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So we go out to eat. I said, order whatever you want, because I had the money. You know what I'm saying? I had the money. Order whatever you want. We're gonna eat. We're gonna drink. Blah, 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 blah. So we eat and we drink, and he ordering drinks. I'm ordering drinks. We ordering food. I order a seafood platter to bring home to my churn to eat and everything. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I can't let you pay for everything. And I was like, nah, it's good. Like, I planned for this. You know what I'm saying? It's good. And he said, no. I got it. I was like, nah, it's good. He was like, all right, cool. So he told the waiter to bring, he said, I'm gonna pay for the drinks and she can pay for the food. I was like, all right, that's cool, because you know how men are, they just gotta pay for something. So I was like, all right, cool. So when the bill came, he was like, this is the ticket, this is the bill thing for the drinks, and this is for the food. And I was like, all right, cool. So I go to grab the one for the food. He was like, nah, this is the one for the drinks. I was like, no, that's not what the man said. And he was like, yes, it is. And I was like, no, it ain't. He was like, yes, it is. But I had a few drinks. So I let him convince me that that's what it was. But that is not what it was. He, in turn, took the bill for the food. I, in turn, took the cheaper bill, was the bill for the drinks, because when he opened up his thing, he hurried up and put his card in there and gave it to the man so the man could walk away. So I wouldn't have a chance to say, this ain't the right one that I got. So ultimately, he set me up. I ended up paying for the drinks and he paid for the food. And we both left a generous tip. Like we both put up way more than we put up way more than 20% of the gratuities.
Mhm.
So,
Like I said,
that's how that happens. So we don't have those things, but that's just something to say.
I go to a wide range of restaurants. Like I'll go to the cheapest place ever. I'll go to a more expensive
Well, we
place.
went
Like
to the Blue Store.
I just like going
expensive.
Exactly. Like you could take me wherever, as long as the food is good. I'ma pay and just have the best day ever while I'm eating that food. I just like food, and cosmetics and stuff and whatever. That's always something I'm just gonna be like, okay, fine, take my money.
So the people want to know, can we say, or it's up to you if you want to say what made you move?
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about it on my channel and videos, and if you follow me on Instagram or other social medias, I was in the military. My husband's still in the military, so when in the military, sometimes they like to force you to move, and sometimes it's places you don't want to go. But I'm happy to be back in California, where I've spent most of my 20s at, honestly. Oh my God.
So that is why Barb moved. She's a military wife.
/ veteran.
/veteran. Thank you for your service.
Stop it. But yeah,
all right, so what we got next, girl? Okay. Girl, Cutie, she don't drink at all, girl. I was drinking by myself the whole time.
You didn't notice? You didn't notice that? Oh my God, yeah. I'll suck down some club soda and
you sucked down water the whole time we was in New Orleans. She sucked down water.
I can't help it. It's just not my thing. Nola knows how I get down. Moving on.
Mm-hmm. Well, she was intoxicated. It just wasn't no alcohol. Next subject.
Moving on. Where do we go? Where do I take this?
Cutie, can you drop Barb's link for Lord Karma in the chat, please?
We should probably go. Where is it? This way. So, we're going to get into a little bit of, I should have put up this first TV things, and we're going to talk about this final episode of SWV and Escape, the Queens of R&B. So this wasn't like a whole big old season, of course, and most of what we was talking about was on, because it was off the blogs. But it was cool. It was cute for what it was.
I wish they would have had. I feel torn because it was so good. It was like a train wreck that I couldn't stop watching, and I wanted more. But I'm glad it's over.
I think I was more interested in them as people than I was for the
story. I was more interested in them as people than a concert. But I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. When I first heard about the show and heard about the idea of the show, I did think it was awesome. And I thought that it would start out with SWV and Escape and transform, like in my mind, I had already transformed it into something so much bigger. Like I transformed it into what we have in Vogue, with the original everybody. And we can get a little Destiny Child, a little TLC. I had even imagined in my mind a hologram Left Eye for the TLC performance. Like I had went there. I had went there in my mind. I did.
That would be the best thing ever, but will it ever happen?
I did, because that was like the era that I grew up in, and to this day, I still I can't really too much vibe with the music of today, but I still vibe with that music. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, when you put it on, I get so weak in the knees, I get hard.
Oh, it's good that you brought that up, actually.
We lose our control and something takes up. Baby, it's a whole vibe. It's a whole spirit. It's a whole move, girl. I get a whole different personality. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go, what I need from you is understanding. The taco, we need understanding. Rocky, we need understanding. I need her to escape that husband, but that's a whole other thing. But it started out in something that I thought could have been really beautiful and turned out into a reckless train with no ending.
It turned out to be the same, literally exact same conversation every single week that we just got a continuation via the blogs the next day. I didn't hate it, but like I said, I think I was more interested in it for the people than I was like the storyline, because I was just like, and maybe also too because once I see somebody for who they are, like
I believe them.
The story's done. I don't need to keep really looking for more clues and it's not a red flag at that point. It's just more proof. Another characteristic. So I didn't really need, I didn't really need any more of it, but
I didn't need all of that. But I did like the way they did it at the end. They transitioned at the end. I did like that. Now I will say this: I like the transition, but I would have flipped understanding and weak. Like when we looked
I was going to ask you that. When we
looked at the crowd participation, the crowd was way more into weak.
They always are.
It was understanding. Like there was way more hype. And for me, it's way more of a hype song. But it wasn't their last song, which is why I don't see why they made a big deal about it, because it wasn't ultimately the last song that they were gonna do. And I hate it. I honestly want to have a conversation with Lily about her book, though. Sister Hot Cooch or whatever.
I wouldn't be against that. I like to read.
I don't want to talk to I don't want to talk to Lily about SUV. SUV.
I hope she does. I hope she does an audiobook for it.
Wait, I said SUV. That's a car, not SUV. I don't want to talk to her about SWV. But I do want to talk to her about Sister High Cooch.
I hope she puts it on Audible so I can get it and listen. I love my audiobooks.
About that. And then the only other thing I have to say about that is I hate that Candy got as much slack as that she got. And not saying like I'm not invalidating people's feelings about Candy and the things that she said, but I will say this. Candy spoke out loud what the group was feeling, and when they went into their individual confessionals or testimonials or interviews, whatever you want to say, they all echoed those same sentiments. And so I felt like everybody should get, like, if you felt like, oh, Candy was trying to shame them, it wasn't just Candy. She expressed vocally out loud what everybody in her group was feeling. And I think everybody in her group should have opened them out and said they felt the same way. Like, don't make it seem like she just being a bitch when she is expressing what everybody felt. I didn't like that.
Yeah, because if there's something that needs to be said, I'm always going to be the one to chime in and say it, if not the first person. I also didn't like how she, in the end, basically let it be known that like, oh, well, I'm not going to say that, but I did not like how she said basically like, oh, if Tasha comes back around in the future one day, like she can come back in the fold. I didn't like that. That's me paraphrasing, but she said something to that effect at the end, and I was just kind of like, no, she and that's the same. Yeah, no, I don't think that after going through, there has to be a line. I'm not going to keep doing this every couple
years. I thought you was mad because she was saying it. I was about to say, now hold up now, Bob, because
no.
Girl,
because they proved that they can be
difference of opinion.
They've proved that they can just be 3. So don't keep lowering your standards of what you're going to allow somebody to do to you or the group or whatever. Don't matter if that is. It'd be the same way, I would say the same thing if it was Candy acting like that, or Tamika, or like, no, you're not going to keep just dropping the barrier line of, what you're going to receive from a person just because they want to get their head out there behind, like, in the future. Nah, I'm not waiting around for that. You got one time with me. I'm too old. I can't.
And can I just say this about Latako? Hey, Vernita. Hey, Cleopatra. Thank you guys for coming.
Hey. Hello.
Let me just say this about Latako. Because I don't know if people realize through the course of this series, because it was so much drama going on, and while we was focused on the $30,000, right? In turn, she essentially stole more from her sister than that $30,000. Right, because when Tamika dropped her live, she said it was more than one check. I don't know if the more than one checks total up to that 30,000, but let's cap that at that because that's what they said, $30,000. But then you look at her husband getting kickbacks, right?
Yep.
Her husband getting kickbacks. That's stealing from the group, along with stealing from your sister.
Yeah, but you're gonna keep denying everything.
That's the second time they stole from her. And then Tamika came out and said, hey, we were supposed to do that gospel deal together. And when Andy asked Lataco about it, she said, well, what's for you is for you. And we were arguing. So, I moved forward and this and that. So in other words, you cut your sister. You weren't even supposed to be a solo artist. This was supposed to be a duet album with you and your sister. So essentially, you cut your sister out of this deal with Motown Gospel. That's the third time. That's the third time you done stole from your sister. And you steadily holler about, I want my sister, and I don't know why my sister acting like this. Girl, she acting like this because you steadily taking money out of her pocket. Like, at the end of the day, the right thing to say is, I hope that the family, make up. But girl, my sister will have to see these hands. My sister will have to see every bit of these hands. You stole my money. I had to pay taxes on said money. I got into it with my husband about said money and not telling him about said money because I didn't want to have to put you in, the prison system, the penitentiary. Okay. On top of that, your husband done stole my sex tape up out of your safe and then using it to blackmail me from it. On top of y'all taking kickbacks from the group, that's money that could have been brought to the group, which ultimately takes back money out of my pocket. On top of me and you were supposed to do this gospel album together because that's what Mama and Big Mama and them wanted. You know what I'm saying? Because they both said their mama and their grandmother wanted them to do a gospel album together, which is what this album was supposed to be. And you cut me out of that, which means cutting me out of money yet again.
Yet again. One time.
For community zigzaggy. Girl.
You got one time with me.
Girl, we would never be able to make up.
When you keep trying to deny, I mean, I'm not surprised though when you keep literally denying everything. It's like bullets like flying at them, and it's like they're just dodging them all like the Matrix. Like everybody can't be lying, but whatever. And I also peeped too when she said something. Actually, no, I'm gonna ask you that. How did you feel when she basically tried to like say Tamika, like Tamika's known to be a liar or whatever in the past or whatever, when she not defended her, but when she was doing that interview or whatever back in the day and she was talking bad about Candy. Like, how did you feel when Natasha tried to like basically bring that up and make it seem like she just be going off for no reason? This is an example.
You want me to tell you how I felt for real? You want me to tell you how I felt for real?
I don't know, because you're about to do something wild. Okay, fine, do it.
I'm not. I'm gonna be good.
Okay, fine.
See, you made me feel bad. I'm gonna be good. I felt like, girl, go to hell, because at the end of the day, she lied for you. She did all that for you. So it's okay long as she lying to cover for you. Like, ultimately, at the end of the show, she wasn't mad with her sister about saying what Rocky did. She was mad that her sister exposed them. In other words, all of that, I want my sister back. All that translates to me is I want my sister who was my doormat back. She wants her doormat back. She doesn't want a relationship with her sister. Mm-hmm. She don't respect her sister.
Right.
And I say, Tamika, girl, stop kissing their ass. Stop trying to be a part of the family. They don't accept you. They don't love you the same. Girl, move around and move on. I wish you all the best. that gospel album that she put out, going great value version, and that's just it. It's not going wood, silver, platinum, gold, diamond, none of that. It's going great value. That's what it's going. She can go to hell. Cause I tell you what, my baby told me she played that song. I said, girl, why you playing one of the taco songs that she said in my room? I said, didn't I tell you don't play that in my house? Don't play that in my house. We're not introducing them spirit of thievery, adultery. Like, I ain't even got no husband yet, but when he come, you ain't gonna have the adultery spirit in my house from playing her music. Nope. That's it. That's all I got for that. I did enjoy the show. I would like to say I wish it was a season 2, but
yeah.
I don't want to see their mama in the "you ain't got enough gold and you wig" no more.
I'm good on that. I think it was like, it wasn't like an epic fail or nothing like that. I'm satisfied with what it was based on what we've seen play out for real. In these vlogs and whatnot. I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, badger you saying I want a season 2, because that would just be complete fabrication across the board. Like, it's done. That story has ended. Yeah.
And now we gotta move on. To LAMH.
But before we do that,
before we do that,
speak about who saw the Ladies First panels interview with Mel. Did anybody see that?
I did, but I don't know if we have enough members on any of those ladies in our chat.
Well, it's going live. I think it already did today for everybody else.
But can I say this? You used to call me on your track phone. Call me on your track phone.
I'm not. But no, we got a couple that said yes.
I don't know when that highlight bling.
Yes, they saw the interview.
So how are you, my love?
They saw the interview. There's a couple, but so we're not going to get too much into it. Then,
baby, listen, let me tell you something.
Until you see that, but it was a good interview. So y'all check it out.
First of all, let me say this: if you're not a member of Jamie, Niecy, and Bondi, make sure you go watch it tonight after Night Court, because Night Court is directly after this, right? But it was so amazing. They created the perfect environment for Mel to be comfortable. Girl, we even got cuss words from Mel when Mel said, "I'm too busy for that shit." I was like, yes, Mel. Yes, it was everything for me. It was everything for me. Those ladies of the OLFP, if y'all not follow them, I doubt that anybody on here is not subscribed to those ladies. But if you are not, like, you have to subscribe to.
Actually,
Jamie,
I have the here.
Yes, so you guys can see it tonight. You guys,
I think they're already aired.
Yes, Lord Karma, there is Night Court tonight, and don't start your stuff, Lord Karma, because I don't want going to Night Court with you on the fine from this live. But the ladies, like, listen, y'all got to see this. When I tell y'all this interview was everything, we got a little behind the scenes tea. We got everything that Mel, like, it was amazing. It was amazing. I was on usher duty last night because, you know, I'm a mom for Bondi. So I was on usher duty last night because we had company. So I was welcoming everybody in. You know how they do when you had the first Sunday. It was the first Sunday. I treated it like that, yeah.
So if that's not proof enough, y'all definitely go check out the interview. She addressed a lot of things that, most of which, I'm not gonna lie, I was already thinking, especially when she said basically that Martell is going to continue to play in our faces this entire season and act as if what he's doing behind the scenes is he's going to play the, you know, Mr. Nice Guy mask is going to come on
cameras, right?
But I'm sure we all knew that though, right? She spoke, you know, of course, about some things with her and the other cast members and, you know, all that. So if you have not seen it, definitely go check it out. Yeah, I might watch it again just in case I missed something.
It was very good. Y'all make sure y'all go watch it. Y'all make sure y'all go watch it, and then we can do old girl Stormy. I ain't gonna talk about Stormy, y'all, because I'm gonna be honest. I have reached out to Stormy, and I'm trying to get her to interview with us. So I can't.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
we'll just leave it at that. But it's just. Let's
start with the episode.
You go ahead. No. You go.
I'm trying to give her I'm trying to get an interview so we can ask whatever questions y'all want us to ask of her. So I can't, I gotta kind of, ain't nobody gonna want to come talk to us if we talking cash money shit about them, right? But understand, I am team drag everybody, and I make it known.
Everybody gets
equal treatment and opportunity over here. So the episode opens up with Mel, right? Mel going to see Kimmy at her house. And I actually want to try to reach out to Kimmy and Maurice to get them to come and talk to us.
That would be cool.
Because I like Kimmy and Maurice. But I also want to let them know, like, I didn't feel what Mel said was wrong when she said that they was the most irrelevant on the show.
I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, this is whatever. Like, literally, that was my reaction.
But I mean, when you think about what makes reality TV pop, what makes reality TV pop is the mess and the drama. Mm-hmm. So they have the least mess and the least drama. So they are technically the least irrelevant because they don't have the mess and the drama. Like at the end of the day, with Tisha and Marceau, you had him cheating. You had him treating her the way you do. You had Mel saying about Marceau cheating, right? You had all of that with those two couples intertwined. You didn't have Maurice and Kimmy nowhere in there. And that was the storylines, and that was the thing that drew the line ultimately in the sand for fans. Either you was Team Scott or you was Team Mel. You know what I'm saying? You was Team Tisha, you was Team Mel. So one way or the other, it was no Kimmy and Maurice in between it. Like, that's just what it was. Like, not shading them. You know what I'm saying? But they were flying below the radar because the big mess, which makes reality TV thrive, didn't include them. Right. Yeah. But anyway, we're going on to the new season.
But I wasn't surprised that it all unfolded just based on Mel's approach to the season, just like any other season, really. She comes in and does what needs to be done, and that's not more, not less, in my opinion. So I wasn't surprised to see her over there, just dropping by, seeing how Kimmy was, and they check in with one another. Do you think that Kimmy was like purposely like asking like Mel like some semi, I guess you could consider it, personal questions about like her personal life and stuff like that? Do you think she like purposely was trying to like see what was up or anything like that, or she genuinely was just asking? Like,
I think she wanted to know genuinely, and I also think she wanted to know for the cameras. And Darnia, girl, I agree with you, 100%. He a Sky brother, and I don't trust him.
Same.
I think that she genuinely wanted to know for her own self purposes, but she also wanted to know for camera purposes. Because, Mattel had already put out about Mel and the congressman. So everybody is trying to figure out who Mel Man is. And I love that Mel is keeping it secret. But all you hoes going to get is a rich watch. That's it. That's all y'all going to get. And I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at it.
Mm-hmm. So,
I did feel some type of way. I will say this. I just want to point out the big parts because this was just an episode 1, 2. We don't have to go scene by scene. We can just point out the big points. I will say this. I definitely felt some type of way about Maurice saying Kimmy shouldn't have that party that she wanted to have because she needs to conserve her energy. But then he was like, she still got to deal with Monster. And I was like, so she can't have a party to celebrate her real her last chemo treatment, but because she got to deal with Monster. Nah, bitch, you deal with Monster. Like, you don't want her to celebrate her overcoming a certain thing, but you want her to still deal with Monster and Kiwasaki. That ain't that lady name. Kiwamanga. Kiwasaki. What's the lady name, girl? Kiraku. Somebody put it in the chat because I ain't even trying to be funny. I really don't remember. What's Maurice's ex-wife name? Kiwasaki. That ain't it. Somebody told me last on Sunday what that lady name was. Kiwika. What the hell that lady name is? Girl, it's something with a K. Miss K. Like, she still gotta put up with Kiowa. Carissa, that's what it is. Kiowa. Okay. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Shapey. She still gotta put up with Kiowa and Monster, but she can't celebrate the ringing the bell for her last. Maurice can go to hell. Maurice can go to hell for that. I don't even care. He can go to hell.
Yeah, if that was gonna be the justification, then no.
Thank y'all for telling me, because y'all know I am bad with names. I am really, really bad with names. Like, I wasn't trying to mess up that lady's name on purpose. But I'm bad with names. I just knew it started with a K. But you trying to say this lady can't celebrate what she accomplished with her last chemo, but she still got to deal with your son and your ex-wife who been talking trash since y'all been together? Baby, let me tell you, Kimmy better than me. Because, baby, after I done went through chemo and I'm about to have to go through radiation and get my tatas cut off and get some new ones put on, baby, they were going to sit up just right if I had to do it. But I'm just saying, after I go through all of it, let me tell you what I would have told Maurice. That's fine. I would have told Kiowa, that's her name. I'm saying it right. Y'all put some glasses in the chat if I'm saying her name right. Baby, I would have told them, you know what, after everything I went through and I have been trying to be the best that I can be and the best co-parent that I can be, however you feel, that is fine, baby. I accept it. But let me tell you what's going to happen, Maurice. You got till Friday. I don't know what you're going to do come Friday, but come Friday, you and your son will be the hell up out my house. That's just how it would be. Now, when I'm going through fighting for my life, like at a certain point in life, when you get to the point where you have to fight for your life and you're not sure if you're going to be here, I be damn if I let you and your ex-wife and y'all child stress me the hell out. No go. Nope. Bye. Next.
He would have been stopped trying me with this type of nonsense like 4 years ago. Like, this would have, when the first anything came up, we would have nipped it in the bud back then, to be honest with you. I think it was really nice though how Mel handled, she put her own personal feelings about people to the side to coordinate this for Kimmy. That was nice, if you ask me, because some of us are not good at being a bigger person sometimes, so I get that. What about Martell and his mother?
Don't want to talk to me.
She loves me.
You unmuted it. Wait, did you know?
Oh,
I didn't come here for that.
I thought I was on mute. I'm sorry. That's my baby. Come up in here with her phone on her thing, and I was speaking, and she was like, "I want to talk to you." I was like, "She loves me."
I can't do this.
All the children think that I'm their mom too. I'm the cool mom.
I can't. I told y'all when we were 2 minutes in that I couldn't, and this is why. This is why. It's never a dull moment.
Regardless,
this is never a dull moment. But what do you think about Martell and his mother and that whole conversation?
Oh, I feel like I can't even say because his mom on trial tonight, menthol mall.
Oh yeah,
menthol mall on trial tonight, which is following up after this live. I feel like not only do Martell needs help, but she needs help too. I need her to go ahead and do what it is. Like, I can't imagine, I have a son, You know I love my son. You know how I feel about my baby. But one thing I refuse to let him be is a fuckboy.
Mm-hmm.
There is nowhere in hell that I would sit up here and acknowledge his rightness when he's wrong. Ultimately, if you would have kept your dick up in a box up in your house, you wouldn't be where you at now. You started this war with Mel, and you mad because you don't have the money to finish the war. And she said, you started it, we're going to finish it. And she's going to finish it, and she's going to bury you. And ultimately, I'm glad that Mel is going for full custody, because with full custody, she can get the hell up out of Huntsville like she wants to. I am sick of his mom talking about, oh, she need not be bitter. For real? For real? I am so tired of all of these women coddling that little bastard. I don't know what to do with myself. Like, we're not going to sit up here and act like Martell is okay, because all roads lead to him. Had he kept his dick up in the house, we wouldn't be where we at right now. Had he been fine with the joint custody instead of trying to file for full custody to control Mel, to keep her from changing her name, because in Huntsville, when you have an active child custody case or any type of court case with your ex, you cannot change your last name. So he's trying to bind her to the name Holt. Okay. On top of he wants to get his money from her, get some money from her because he feels entitled to what she have. Like, listen, Martell can go to hell. And that's how I feel about it. Him and his mom can go to the 12th layer of hell, sit there, have a cocktail, and then go 30 more layers. Into hell, deeper, not above. It's absolutely wrong. Like, you trying to paint this lady like she ain't being bitter. First of all, if Mel was being bitter, she got a reason to be bitter. Because not only did you come at me, but your hoe came at me. Like, listen, it's one thing if we break up, but I'll be goddamn if your hoe feel like we on the same level, bruh. That's gonna take me. Mel got more patience than I do. That's gonna take me to a whole nother level. His mom is wrong. Next case. Subject. Sorry.
Well, I want to say, she told me everything I needed to know when he was like, oh yeah, such and such about counseling. And she was like, what you going to counseling for? What's wrong with you? That told me everything I needed to know and why he acts the way he acts now. She missed a mark with that one. I'm sorry. And I say that with full knowledge. I ain't got no kids. I've been in a lot of hoods, but I've never been in parenthood before. So I just don't get it. So
I'm never gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm not, and that's not coming from somebody who considers himself a millimeter or anything like that. I just call it like I see it, and I think that he's everything that we say he is. Period. And I see why. And then the only other thing really that happened was just stuff with conversation with Stormy and her mom and her Mel and whatever.
No.
That's the only other thing.
Hold on. Hello, Tisha. Hello.
Oh, I try to block that out of my mind. Like she's a better one than me, like you said before, because I would not have been able to.
Tisha.
I would not have wanted to talk to any of them.
Hey, Tisha, girl. Hey, this is Mel. This Mel, Tisha. You know Mel. We filmed together for Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's silence. Maybe I need to remind you by saying it's the black soul, the sheep in wolf's clothing, the sheep in the lamb clothing. Hey, girl. Hey, yeah, girl. Hey, hey, girl. so I'm gonna throw this event for Kimmy. Yeah, girl, I need you to go ahead and come. Okay, hello. Okay, thank you. Hello, Martel. Hey, Martel. This is Mel. We're throwing this event for Kimmy. Oh, Mel. Oh, Mel. Hey, Mel. Yeah, girl, I'm gonna be there. Did you think about that prayer? God didn't say go on that prayer. But I'm gonna pray about God telling me to let it go on that prayer. All right, Marcel. Yeah, I'm gonna pray and see if God tell me go on that prayer. Okay. Meanwhile, in the confessional, I ain't even about to waste God's time. I was like, come on, don't waste God's time. Stormy, hey, yeah, this your permanent number? Oh no, girl. This the track phone, girl. My little friend up the corner, up the street, round the way 3 blocks over. She got me a government phone on her food stamp card. Now I don't trust you hoes like that. Cause you was around there hanging with Martell and Sheree down to the chateau at New Year's. So bitch, you can't have my number. But we having an event for Kimmy. And we need you to show up. If you don't want to show up and you feel some type of way because I ain't give you my number, girl, it's a casting event. All cast. But I need you to know once again, it's not your show, bitch. It's my show, which is why you're in the intro, but you're not in the cast photo. Stay in line and know your place. That's all I got for that scene.
I just don't really. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much summed it up. I
mean, ultimately, what else do you got? That's what I got. I didn't need that whole male track phone scene, girl, because she borrowed Tracy card, food stamp card from up the street to get that government flip phone. Next was the party. Maurice had on that bucket head talking about, oh, no more treatments, cancer free. And I'm like, baby, you ain't giving the LL Cool J bucket head, sexy lips licking them. Like, that's not what you giving. That's not what you giving with this hat on. Shut up. Then Stormy was like, which is really crazy to me, because she said in her confessional, everybody being fake and ain't none of us talked since we started taping. So if none of y'all talked since y'all started taping, girl, why you mad at Mel?
I already know the answer to that.
Because it's the pedigree that she thought she was going to follow. She thought it was going to happen. But ultimately, when Carlos went down to Huntsville and had this conversation and said everybody can't be coming at Mel, because ultimately she is the bread and butter of the show, all of them fell out of line. And much like Destiny, Stormy is out on a limb. You used to call me on my track phone. Now you got a D.
I can't speak too much on it because I can't.
I mean, I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I can't say. I feel like the sentiments is different, because last year at the reunion, Stormy, you prefaced everything by saying you and Mel were just associates. So as my associate, when I change my number, you're not getting my number. But girl, you can holler at me through the DM. Now, if you were to change your number and then you were to tell me, oh girl, you gotta hit me in a DM, I'll be like, nah, bitch. Why I gotta hit you in a DM? I mean, we DM each other anyway. Like, me and you will hit each other in a DM and we'll hit each other in a text message, but we mostly communicate via text, via talk. But I'm also have the emotional wherewithal when you're going through something like what just happened. Like, I wasn't calling you every day. I wasn't talking to you every day. Like, that's not what it was. I was allowing you the time to be there. But I'm not my typical friends. If I change my number, my everyday friends, y'all ain't gotta DM me for that number. Y'all gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? You cutie, like, y'all gonna get that number if I ever change my number. That's just what's gonna happen. some off the wall people like, nah, you could DM me. You know what I'm saying? But when Mel said you didn't get the I was weak. Other than that, and Tisha coming in her red and her pink, I ain't got nothing else for this episode. I think it was a good first episode.
Yeah, it made me. It was good
excited.
enough. It was good enough to where I wasn't like pissed off like I've been for the past couple months that it even existed.
Listen,
that subsided so far.
It was a good pickup to me, in my opinion. It was a good pickup from where we left off because I was like, where the hell are we gonna go from here?
Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking too. I wasn't kind of like, oh my God, here we go again, as much as I was like, okay, well, what's this going to give? Right. Which is better if you ask me.
That's all I got for this episode. I ain't got nothing else because, like I said, it was the first episode. So
yeah, that's really all we have as far as shows today. There are obviously things coming back out, getting started up and different stuff. I've been watching a lot of different stuff too. I think I was telling you earlier, I've been watching, what is it? Seeking Brother Husband. I've been watching Put Around on it. And some documentaries and stuff. So we can always talk about, whatever.
This right here, they did cuff challenge. It was the cuff challenge without Mel in December. Stormy's timeline is off because the reunion was filmed in October and they went back to filming in November/December 2022. Listen, we all know her timing is real off.
That's why I was just like,
at the end of the day, Stormy came out and said that she never knew Martell like that. She was never cool like that with Martell, but yet we saw she was down to the chateau in Atlanta for New Year's, right? So you're not about to play in my face. At the end of the day, I'm not mad with Stormy. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, and if that's what y'all looking for me, I'm here to tell y'all I can't give it to y'all. I cannot give it to y'all. I am not mad with her for trying to be friendly or navigate things with the other cast members, right? Because ultimately they had nothing to do with her relationship with Mel. However, I do feel some type of way because if you were supposed to be Mel's friend and you know what this man has put her through, like even if she didn't share with you directly, you saw it. And so to go hang out with him, that says a lot to me because I wouldn't be able to do it. Like I'm not mad with her for doing the comfort challenge with Marceau and them, right? Because at the end of the day, you gotta be able to film with somebody outside of Mel to last on this show. Ultimately, I'm not mad at that, but to go hang with Martell directly and you know what he did to your friend or your alleged friend, I can't rock with that. You drew your line in the sand then. You drew your line in the sand when at the reunion, when you were asked about your experiences with Mel about friendship, only thing you should have said was, listen, I don't have the same experiences that they have with Mel, so I can't speak on it. And you should have left it at that. When you added in real women do this, and you was throwing a shot, and you was shooting a slug. You drew your line in the sand then. So to come on here and act like you just did nothing, like, no, we can't do that.
And I was just about to say this. But wait, how we know she didn't know Martell? Hear me out. She used to do slaw hair while she was with him, and Stormy tried to play it off like she didn't know her. I was just about to say that. Like that was kind of number one where I was kind of like, and it wasn't even from oh, you can't be friends with people unless I tell you you could be, like, it was not even from that angle as much as it was just like why wouldn't not saying you can go back in time and rewrite time if that is how it happened. If that's how it's happened, but own it, like, and don't be confused why I'm not like.
But I wasn't even, because she said she's used so much for storylines and likeness. I wasn't even trying to bring that up. But even Saul said when she did that little tea party thing that she did when she said she was gonna come out and review the show, she said to the world, I'm not saying it's correct, but she said to the world that was at Stormy's house in Stormy's backyard. I'm not saying it's correct because I can't say that that's correct. I have no actual factual proof. This is all allegedly, according to the world of coleslaw, right? You know, so it's kind of like you been drew your line in the sand, along with the tweets your mama made long before you was ever on the show. So I don't know. But with that being said, I ain't got nothing else. Do you have anything else?
No, we're gonna see this week. We're gonna see this week, and then next week we're gonna come back with some more shows and different stuff, of course. So y'all definitely want to stay tuned for that.
All right, y'all. Well, we love y'all. We thank y'all for joining in. Make sure you have liked on both channels, both mine and Barb, as this live is streaming on both channels. And make sure, go get you a drink, go get you a snack, because Night Court is going to start within the next 10 minutes, baby. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye.